Welcome back to Tabletop Assault. I'm Ross.
I'm David.
And today we are going to do our unboxing of the new Shadowspear box set. So this is very interesting on this one, hugely anticipated box set. We've seen other ones such as Forgebane, Wake the Dead, I swear there's another one, there's the Space Wolf one and Genestealer Cult.
Yeah, there's a few.
Which have had small amounts of new models in them, you know, usually one or two, except for Forgebane, it had the Mini Knights.
Yeah. These
are all brand new models. So brand new ways to expand on your sort of current Chaos Space Marine ones and your Primaris Marines. So that's quite cool in that one, and some are new models in terms of rules as well, which is pretty cool. But certainly with some of the updates, more than anything I'm personally excited about is the Chaos Space Marines.
Same.
I mean, there is a huge update to some of the models in there, which is basically almost heralding the new Chaos Space Marine wave, which I am super excited about. So what do we have? What do we have? If we've not seen enough sort of hints, community posts, etc., we'll quickly go over what is in the box before we get opening.
So obviously, just to kind of show you guys on the back, you can kind of see for yourself there, guys, there is a ton of new models.
Yep.
So as Ross is saying, new designs for Primaris and for Chaos Space Marines. So in the box, you have the following: the 24-page Shadowspear campaign book, which I'm actually quite excited to read.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Lore-wise, I think that's going to be really cool.
A good progression in lore.
Absolutely.
24-page codex for the Vanguard Space Marines book. And we'll come on to them in a minute.
Yep.
24-page codex for the Demonkin book. Fold-out Warhammer 40k core rule set. You always need that. So basically the design is you take the models out of the box and away you play.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Warhammer 40k Shadowspear transfer sheets. Now, miniature-wise, you're getting quite a lot here. So we'll go over the Primaris side first. Primaris side, you're getting Captain and Phobos armor, Librarian and Phobos armor, and Lieutenant and Phobos armor. So you're pretty much getting, I think that's 3 HQs off the bat.
Yes, Lieutenant.
He's an HQ.
He's an HQ,
yeah, I'm
okay.
sure he's an HQ. 3 suppressors, 3 eliminators, and 10 infiltrators. Yeah, and you'll see more details in them later. The Chaos side, you're getting the infamous, already teased all over the internet, the Master of Possession.
Yep.
I'm sure he had a name change as well.
In the community post, they gave all the characters actual names, but they've not made them special characters.
Yeah.
So they are generally used for the narratives. They gave them a name.
Yeah. Okay. You then have the Venom Crawler, which is the creepy looking new demon engine.
Yep.
You have 2 Obliterators, which now look absolutely massive and feel like Obliterators. Yeah,
yep.
We're excited.
Yep. Yep.
And they've had a subtle rule change as well, which we'll allude to later.
Subtle?
Yeah.
Quite extensive.
2 amazing Greater Possessed. You can tell that we were just excited for Chaos.
Yeah. I don't play any Loyalists.
The 2 new Possessed units give me a total reminder of Galvabrak.
Yep.
They are big, massive
yeah.
Possessed. The Possessed in 40k are a little bit lacking in size, not these guys.
There's a, I think I linked it to you privately the other day, there was a community post of the Greater Possessed painted, and what they were very red, word-bearer-ish. One of them looked amazing.
Yeah.
You know, really should post that, it was amazing.
And then lastly, you've got just a good 10-man unit of Chaos Space Marines, but the difference is they've got some of the new and improved design war gear, such as like auto cannons and plasma guns, and a couple of combat weapons to mix.
Yeah.
So, just show again at the back, that's the units you're getting, quite a few there on both sides. Essentially 2 small armies straight out of the box, and away you go. So, what's in the box?
Let's dig in.
Imagine there's cellophane on this and we're just opening this for the first time. We didn't have a look early on because we wanted to see Chaos stuff. So, cellophane off. Right. So, what we've got is the rulebooks.
Yep.
So, there is the Vanguard Space Marine rulebook.
I mean, I just love the Librarian with the cloak. Now, if I was to play Loyalist, I'd play Dark Angels because I need a little bit of traitor, and you know, wee bit of traitor. Dark Angel jokes done, okay?
They are traitor.
But that cloak in the Librarian is awesome.
It's like the old Librarian from the Dark Imperium, but 10 times better.
10 times better. 10 times better. So, I mean, what's interesting about, obviously, the sort of books you're going to get here is that they almost write them in a sense, now I've not had a chance to go through it extensively, in that you almost can take these in a detachment. They get their sort of own set of rules, but you can also put them into your own Space Marine forces. Now, this has obviously been a huge point of contention. I feel we should maybe address that one now.
Of course.
Is that, yeah, this seems to be written to easily get your forces into your standard Space Marine forces, and this includes all your ones in Adeptus Astartes, you know, Space Marines, Space Wolves, Dark Angels, Blood Angels. It does not seem to easily fit in within Death Watch and Grey Knights. Grey Knights being an obvious one because they have no Primaris choices. Death Watch, yeah, I mean, we know it's coming. But Death Watch, they've really said not at the moment and not yet. They've alluded to there may be changes coming up that you will be getting these models in, but not yet. So if you are a Death Watch player, that's going to be an interesting one to bear in the future. Any other Space Marine forces, dig in.
I think there's the book clearly describes in here that I think you can take these units in a separate detachment for your Death Watch. But if you're including them in Death Watch, you're going to potentially lose out on a few items and a few special rules, which, why would you do that? Yeah. But again, GW did comment on their Facebook page, I believe it was, on this issue.
Many times.
Many times.
Many times.
But if you read between the lines, I do think something will be coming for them.
Yeah, we're speculating on that one, that's not confirmation, but for Death Watch, there will be some. I had another point on these, but we'll leave for now because we've got the Demonkin, and that's what, not to be biased.
This looks exciting.
Yeah.
So Ross, there you go.
Cool, yep. So the Demonkin book is again very similar in that regard, is that they've run it almost that you could take this as a detachment yourself. Almost all the Demonkin stuff in there. Points, rules, etc. Let's speak about Obliterators. So Obliterators, just because I can, because I want to, they have gone up by strength and toughness, which I thought was an absolutely very, very good call. Even the toughness alone means they're going to be less affected by small arms fire. Yeah,
less effective small arms fire, and plus even for like last cannons, for example, last cannons can no longer wind them on 2s.
Yes.
They now need to wind them on 3s, which feels better because winding something on 2s with multi-wounds and you're hitting with d6 damage, you're going to kill them.
Yeah, it's going to hurt hard. They've gone up to, I believe, 4 wounds. I think there were 3 before.
Yes.
So huge amount of survivability on that one. Certainly things that cause 3 damage are going to absolutely hate that.
Yeah.
I can't think of many things. Well, you get things that cause D3 damage.
What do you mean you can't think of many things? What about all my Thunderhammer Terminators?
Yep, so now instead of you one-shotting them, you're going to have to use 2.
Yeah, I know.
Sold! That alone was fantastic. And then obviously their guns each have gone up by 2 shots.
Yeah, 4 to 6.
4 to 6, which is excellent. They're still random, and I would love a stratagem that allowed you to make it less random. There are psychic abilities to do that. I feel a stratagem that if they did that would be fantastic. Yeah. And then they've also got their new melee weapons, which is the Crushing Fist, which Obliterators badly needed.
Yeah.
Just adding -1 AP and D3 damage, fantastic. I've not actually checked what their points are now. I don't know if I'm allowed to really talk about them if I am.
You can say them, you just can't show them.
Okay, right. I believe they have gone up in points.
Describe the new points.
Over 100.
For a model?
For a model.
Let me see that. Wow.
Yeah.
Let me just put things in perspective, guys.
I think it was 240 before.
So we used to bring, no, I think it was about 60 points a model.
Yeah.
So we do Obliterators in units of 3, and we usually do 2 units of 3 because guess what, it works some of the time because it's random. To bring these models now, you're probably going, the guns are still free, but you're going to be looking at close to nearly 700 points to bring 6 models.
To bring 6. To put it in math-wise though, for the amount of shots you get, if you bring 2, you still get the same amount of firepower you would with 3.
I want 3 in each unit.
You want 3 in each unit? Yeah, okay. Stratagems work better that way. But keep in mind that, you know, even if you took 2, you get the same amount of firepower. Yeah. And in point-wise, that actually works out to be still a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend more points to bring 3, but you are getting more shots.
And you're getting a stronger unit overall.
And you're getting a stronger unit overall. So you can choose to just take 2, and you're probably looking at the same output and a little bit higher, but they're going to be tougher and more survivable. But if you take 3, it is going to be higher points. There's no question of that. You are getting a much improved stat, and you are getting a melee weapon, and you're getting 2 more shots. Looking at that now, and even with 2, you get the same amount of firepower. There is no way the points would have gone up, would have stayed the same. No way.
Yeah.
I've had conversations with people on this. Not you, David. There's been other people.
Yeah, I know, because we always disagree.
Yeah. We get reviewing some things. But yeah, there's a lot of great things on that one as well. I just want to go into Obliterators because I've had so much talks of people speculating on that.
So essentially here, guys, you've got the Shadowspear campaign book. Essentially, you're getting some missions, some core rules, and some unique stratagems.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know
I'm
that.
just going to quickly just check, because I don't think the stratagems, no, the stratagems aren't unit and army based, guys. They're mission based.
Oh, right, okay.
We won't go over this one too much, but there is your Shadowspear book.
Well, I'm just loving that, mainly because the lore at the moment for Vigilus, I'm very intrigued how it's gonna go.
There's a lot of lore in there.
Is there? Because obviously we've got Vigilus Ablaze next. I think we're gonna find out who wins.
Better be Abaddon.
Better be Abaddon. He beat Cadia, technically. I mean,
He didn't beat Cadia. Cadia doesn't exist.
he literally broke it.
Yeah. And crushed some
Oh,
other
people are not gonna like that sentence.
Deal with it. Your core rules, we don't need to go over that, guys.
Yeah,
And obviously the instructions to build the models you're about to see next.
Yeah,
core instructions there.
yeah. Awesome.
So they're pretty much, guys, these sets seem to be not as customizable, but you expect that with these box sets. It's sort of click in and away you go. So here, for example, you've got your giant flying autocannon guys on their sprues and some snipers.
Yep.
And all your intercessors. However, we're not going to show you all of these sprues.
No.
But there's one in particular I do want to show you.
Which one's that?
Look at the size of the scythe there
Yeah, that's pretty big.
on that greater possess.
That is almost the size of him.
That's what I want to see in Chaos units. I want to see big, terrifying, crab-like creatures.
Crab-like creatures.
Yeah, give me some crab people. Anyway,
Give you Fulgrim.
he's not a crab, he's a snake.
Oh, my bad.
A couple of other things, that's obviously your Master of Possession sprue,
I wouldn't see that.
your Librarian in Phobos armor, who actually looks absolutely amazing, but he's clearly a Dark Angel by the other things. Your Lieutenant, again, we're not going to go over these in too many detail, guys, and obviously your sprue for your new Demon Engine. Yeah, your Obliterators. Your Demon Engine doesn't actually look too big. It looks quite small in size compared to your Forge Fiends and Mauler Fiends. Some awesome cover art.
Certainly compared to the Defiler.
Yeah, no. Now the cover art, there's only one problem I have with the cover art, and yes, I have submitted my concerns to GW.
Is it Ultramarines?
It is, so just to show you, there's a lot of blue on this section of the artwork, and I think what they should be doing is covering it with red. Now I'm not saying remove the blue units, just add in blood and that they're all dead.
Oh right, I thought you were going to say Blood Angels.
No, because
Blood Ravens.
No, we just don't like Ultramarines. So
You
yes,
don't like Ultramarines.
I am on a campaign against Ultramarines. I don't like them. And I know I've just offended half the Ultramarine community, but guess what? Deal with it, you're over every piece of artwork.
Well, I know who you want to win between Calgar and Abaddon.
Obviously, it's Caldor Drago.
It's Caldor Drago.
Because he'll just appear out of nowhere and go, hi.
Hi guys.
So yeah, smart work there.
Remember that time in Grimdark Champion when...
Yep.
Yep, okay.
You also have a nice wee chapter book. Again, this adds in a bit of lore, and this is called Black Legion. Even though it's called Black Legion, it does have a Berserker and a Reroute Marine on the front cover.
I believe it's quite an old book where I could be wrong, this Abaddon first sort of set up the Black Legion, and yeah, I think he...
You're right, Ross, yep.
Yeah, am I right? And then I think he goes after, yeah, Emperor's Children. I don't want to do spoilers, but basically he does have various different ones, because there's not a Berserker in the front of that as well.
As I said, yep, there's a Berserker
and he's basically setting up all these different factions, and then they go on a crusade and do something pretty interesting, very relevant to the lore. It's a bit of an old book, but a classic, and that's the sample chapter.
So guys, just to recap, again, you're getting a ton of new models in this box set, a ton of new ways to sort of play the game if you're into narrative and campaign play, and a fun new units for you Chaos players and Primaris players out there, especially you Chaos players. I think we're now beginning to get to see Chaos the way we've been asking for a while.
Well, yeah, there's so many things I could talk about in this, but I'll try and keep it down. The Obliterators alone, I mean, they're going to cost quite a wee bit when they come out, so I can see this being great value for the Obliterators alone. Yeah. If I was to speculate, they're going to be about £30–35
for two.
For two. So if you're splitting with someone, it's going to be about 50 quid per person. You get all the rest for 15 quid. That is awesome. That is awesome. The Master Possession, I think we're going to get two, and I'm definitely going to convert one into a Sorcerer for the jump pack.
Definitely.
The jump packs are awesome. And then when it comes to this space, so when it comes to Chaos Space Marines, I feel this is important. When Dark IMperium came out, they all were you know, fit together ones, and they're really cool models. And then they brought up Plague Marines on their own, and they were individual models as well, but they could all be like all bolters, all weapons, etc. So I feel there's going to be a whole new wave. They've confirmed Havocs in a post, sort of. I mean, they hinted at it with a new rotator weapon. So, you know, there's going to be plenty of stuff coming out in the future. But essentially, if you're planning any obliterators, you want the new crawler, the Master Possession has so much possibilities. But on the Space Marine side, Eliminators, if you want to play Primaris, you're now getting heavy weapons and snipers.
Yeah, it's worth it.
That alone, I think, really adds a big variety to Primaris Marines. If you want our Lieutenant, there's about 11.
There's plenty of Lieutenants going around the Space Marine ranks now.
And I love the Librarian model so much. I don't play any Space Marines. That is possibly my favourite Space Marine model.
Yeah. So guys, just to summarise, that's what's inside the box. That's what you're getting. I hope it's been a good insight to see what's coming out very, very soon on pre-order. And we just, again, as always, want to say a special thanks to Games Workshop for sending us this early, just so we could take a look at it and share with you guys what's inside.
Yeah.
So guys, thanks for watching. Comment, like, share and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on the box set and what you're getting down below in the comments section. But also check us out in the links for our Facebook, see what we're up to on our projects, etc. Check out links for Patreon if you wish to support the channel so we can help to bring you guys better and more improved content. And lastly, we hope to see you on another one of our Tabletop Assault Battle Reports.